Hello. That is a lovely view of my breakout on my face. Just all right up in your business to start here. Anyway, my name is Katie. This is Atelier Kuzuki, and we are on to the zippers for the large box bags. So let's just get straight into it because I was a little bit, I've been dawdling coming online with kind of not a good reason beyond the fact that I needed a longer transition time tonight. My eldest was like complaining that their belly hurt, and then wanted to go to bed really early. I was like, okay, cool, you look extremely exhausted, so let's get you to bed early and all that jazz. But of course they were both like, no, we're not gonna sleep, blah blah blah. Complete disaster. And I basically told the eldest to go get into bed, and I'd come tuck them in and all that. Tucked them in, went back to like wrangle the other child into bed. And then I just hear like this wail. And they had thrown up. And I'm just like, oh, no. My one big thing that I cannot stand, I can deal with a lot of literal shit. A lot of figurative as well. But vomit is not one of my strong points. I am a sympathetic vomiter, so if I heard it, it would have been even worse. Thankfully, in some ways, I did not. I felt really bad because it's like, okay, well, this is at least easier to deal with because basically, actually, they did really good. They got out of the bed and they actually threw up on the comforter, which works because we have multiple comforters from when I was a kid and when Dallas was in college and her in university and everything like that. And so basically, I just wrapped it all up in the comforter and the top sheet, and we will wash it tomorrow now. I would have washed it tonight, but the thing about it is that our washing machine is extremely loud and right outside the kids' doors, so it's just like, I'll do it tomorrow. It'll be fine. But yeah, it was like completely undigested lunch, like fully something got into their system and it just decided that nothing was going to stay down. They didn't eat a lot of dinner and stuff like that though too, so that makes sense. But anyway, I'm hoping it's a one-off, and I'm hoping that the youngest doesn't get it. I don't get it. Ugh. Like even through my pregnancies, so they did keep me, I was on an anti-nausea drug throughout both of my pregnancies because I'm with diabetes. They were like, okay, since you're on insulin, we want to make sure that like you don't throw up, because if you throw up, then it throws everything off. And between the like anti-nausea and for some reason I think I just didn't have bad morning sickness. I definitely had nausea, especially with the first. But I only like threw up once through once like each pregnancy, so I'll take that. I've thrown up more since I had kids than during that period. I'm just like, of course. Probably jinxed myself by talking about how we haven't had any stomach bugs except for Christmas time this year. So I guess we're due, I guess, or something. I don't know. It was also still just very gently snowing outside, which means that there's probably going to be another 2 to 3 inches of snow on the ground in the morning. The nice thing about this snow is that it's extremely light, so that's good. That seam allowance mark isn't even in line with where the actual lining fabric is. So there's the lining fabric. Alright, so we're working on zippers tonight. I'm already I think I'm about quarter of the way through already, which is pretty impressive to be honest. Given that, like, I did work around kiddos today. Simply because right now I don't have much choice. And obviously working after their bedtime is still the better option. My youngest is very much into machines. And so they were coming over and trying to help. And I'm like, don't put your fingers under the needle. Because they were like, what's this? What's this? And I'm like, no. Because of course you know that, like, it will eventually just be a little finger right under the needle as I'm sewing. And that would be a complete and utter disaster. As I think I've mentioned before, it terrifies me to do that to myself. I can't imagine doing it to a child. So. But they got what I refer to as TV daycare because they watched a bunch of TV today, which is good because obviously if the eldest is sick, don't want to overstrain them. They were fine this morning though. We went to gymnastics and like zero sign of it earlier, which is usually how it goes. So that's why I'm also thinking it might just be, well, like mentioned that their tummy was upset last night. So who knows, maybe they do have some sort of bug, but I'm hoping that it is just once and done. Please, 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 please. Please just be once and done. And the eldest stomach, so the youngest stomach has always been more sensitive. The eldest stomach has typically, they have in the past dodged the bullet of only throwing up like once. They're old enough though that it's like I've started to brief them on the etiquette. So they have a bowl right beside their head and I'm like, if you wake up, please try to use the bowl. So actually the last couple times they've thrown up, it's been like, what was it one time? It was like we were just coming in from outside. And they like threw up a little bit. And so I was able to like scoop them up and take them right out the door here in the basement. Had them throw up on the patio instead and like over the edge of the patio so I didn't have to clean up the carpet as much. I was very proud of myself in that moment. And I think the last time I actually got them straight to the washroom. So we're getting there. Obviously you can't control it, but I thought that was pretty funny being able to like do it that way. So anyway, that's been our night. I did actually finish my socks last night, so I cast them off. I was starting to cast them off when I went to pick up the kids from school yesterday, and then I finished them last night. Now I've got a pair on the needles that I want to clear off. They're like a really gorgeous golden mustardy color. This didn't stretch as much. And with tweed. And I always buy tweed yarns because they look gorgeous. And then sorry, the eldest just sounded like they were coughing, so I just want to make sure they're still okay. Oh, that sounds like this might actually be. Okay, we're okay so far. Okay. Anyway, so I cast them off. I'm currently working. Blah 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 blah. I have a bunch of tweed yarn in stash. There we go. And then I think. Oh, that was coughs. Sorry. Okay, I do have to double check on this. The camera's not actually at an angle that I can see them. Okay. I have to head out. I will chat with you all soon. Time to take care of a sick child.